very interesting example today, if you are relaxed. We were in Praha and we were supposed to go to Poland via, again same thing happens to me with experience that, via Vienna. We had a very great Sajogi with us who told me that the plane will be leaving at 11 o'clock. And from the airport he rings me up, no, the plane is leaving at 9:30. If I want, I can be ready in 5 minutes or I can take 2 hours, depends on. So I was ready, I just jumped into the car, we reached the airport. But we were late by 15 minutes and the ground lady started shouting at me at the top of her voice, you people, you are VIPs, you are this, you are that, all kinds of things she said to me. And this Sajuki could not bear it. And he felt that it was his mistake. He told me a wrong time. That's why this lady is shouting at my mother. He couldn't bear it. He was very unhappy. Then turn it round. Turn it. So, we went into the aeroplane with this lady shouting behind. And we saw that the pilot and engineers, they were busy with some correction of the machinery. They said it is little bit out of order, it will be ready. So we sat down. Now this Sajogi could not bear it and his tears started rolling down his eyes. Another Sajogini, she said, brother, it's all right, don't cry. They were sitting behind me, I just turned round. I said, it's all right, don't worry. He said, no mother, because of me, she could say all these things, I can't bear it. And he couldn't stop crying. Within 1 minute, the sky, which was absolutely open, was covered with big clouds like huge big elephants walking into the whole area. Very big. All the Sajogis were standing also on the other side on top of the airport, saw it happening. The whole thing became absolutely jet black. Oh my God, I said, see, the tears of this gentleman has such powers. And then the airport people told us that this plane is out of order, so we have to get down. So we got down. We came back. Then he went to this ground hostess and told her, now whom should we shout at? Now the plane is not going. Should we shout at you? How dare you shout at my mother and all those things. But all the people there at the airport who were still under the same regime style got such a fright. The manager himself walked to me, he said, for your plane it's still 5 hours and if you want out we can give you permission, all of you can go out. And he took me by a special way. I couldn't understand this reaction. So I went out and we did some shopping or something, and when we came back we were surprised. All the airport was rather stunned by us. And when I walked, that was the only plane that was leaving. All the traffic had stopped except for this plane. And when we walked down to board the plane, the gentleman who was there said, mother, can you help me? I said, how? I have got a terrible back pain. I said, how can I do it? Then one lady walked in to say, mother, please, I have pain in my shoulder, can you put your hand on that? I just put my hand on her shoulder. She said, I'm feeling all right. She started lifting her arm. Then I went thought I better now take to the aeroplane. When I was walking, the same gentleman came to me. He said, "Why not put hand on my back?" I said, "I have to board the plane." He said, "I'll walk with you. You just put your hand on my back. I'm sure I'll be all right." And we walked together about 2 minutes or so. He said, "I'm all right." The whole atmosphere changed. It was such a tremendous effect on these people who have been under a regime and have been really military-like, and the whole treatment was so funny. The whole thing changed in such a short time. And I was amazed how the tears of this Sajogi has worked this wonder. Now imagine a moment when tears started rolling his eyes. That moment just manifested a big drama. And ultimately what you find is that the people at the airport became extremely humble and respectful.